Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Real on the Real.
Hey,
Hey, where we are going to tell you our thoughts on our favorite reality TV shows. So, my name is Uchenna.
And I'm IJ.
I'm Dior.
So, before we begin, please take the time to like, put on your notifications, and comment below. All right, so this is our first time reviewing Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. This is season 11, episode 1. So we have a newbie to the Real Housewives of Beverly
I'm a
Hills, Miss
virgin.
Dior. She is a virgin. And I'm a veteran from day one. And
And
how
I've
often?
watched a couple of seasons,
Mhm.
so I'm up to date. I've watched a
Okay.
couple of seasons. I do like the show quite a bit.
Yeah, me too. These girls are Beverly Hills Ghetto.
Right. Yeah, the BGs.
Right, right. So this season started off by Miss Kyle Richardson. So Kyle is the brunette. We have to explain this to Dior. She's the brunette. She is kind of like the leader now. That
She didn't used to be.
she didn't used to be. It used to be what's her name? IJ
Big, start with the
Vanderpump,
V.
Lisa
Vanderpump.
Vanderpump. So
Oh,
once Lisa Vanderpump left, Kyle, kind of lost her nice, sweet, persona and became this like power hungry, I think, a bitch. So
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
So I used to like her, not so much, but she does look like my good friend Jill. She looks a lot like her, but Jill's the younger version of her, and
mhm.
less Botox and plastic surgery done. So then we have Kyle. Then I'll go through the OGs first. Then Lisa Renna, who is complete bitch and crazy. Then we have who I really like. We have Erika,
Erika
Pat the
James, even
Puss.
though she's not really an old head, but for Real
Erica
Housewives of Atlanta, Erika
was
James,
Erika James.
the blonde head.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Erika. Yeah,
Erika keeps it real.
real. And
She's probably
she,
the most realist housewife out of all the housewives there is. She doesn't play. She just
no, she
keeps it
doesn't
real.
play, and she gets mad like this,
Right.
and
Mhm.
And
then you
she'll
better
beat
watch out.
you in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the girl was super rich.
Hmm. We don't know that yet. Hasn't come out on the show yet.
True. Sorry,
So,
spilling tea. Kabucha tea.
right. Next, we have Dorit, who is kind of like very high fashion. I love her style. She's into the hair, the clothing. She was wearing Fenty last year. She does all of these like kind of black hairstyles with a super long braid and the pins all in her hair. She always brings it, which I like.
Yeah, but
She's superficial, but
she's very superficial. I just wanted to
mhm,
bring that out.
right.
Very.
Hmm.
You can't trust her more than you can whatever.
Right, right. And then we have Sutton and Garcelle came on the same time last season. Sutton is an old school, old money, very, 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 very rich, I think. According, she
Yes.
married and she divorced and got a lot of money.
Yeah, it's so rich that while in Italy, they'll shut down boutiques. Um, what
Like
boutique?
Dior
Dior,
or,
they'll shut
yeah.
down all those expensive boutiques so that she can shop.
And she only gets couture, which always looks a mess, but it's couture.
Right,
So yeah. And then
right.
we have Garcelle, which is one of my favorites. She brings it. She keeps it real too. Last year was her first season, and she did well. People loved her. I liked her. I didn't really care for her before this show. I
Right.
was just like, oh, that's Garcelle.
Mhm.
But I really like her
She made time
personality.
for them when she had time.
Right. Yeah,
Otherwise, she
she's
kept it
busy.
moving. Hmm.
And then last but not least is the newest housewife, Crystal Minkoff.
Yeah.
And she married very well to an older gentleman. And she seems like she's kind of high society. She's like, I loved her comment when she said that, I have older friends. She was like, I'm more plain. These girls like really bring, they're really loud and bright. And she said, I have older friends who always dress younger than they should, but she's like, I just kind of go with it. And it's true. These girls dress way too young for their age, especially Kyle. Yeah.
How old?
But I did want to say
50s.
Lisa's Minkoff's, is it Minkoff?
Minkoff, yeah.
Minkoff. Her husband was the director of Lion King.
I know. So already he gets much kudos from me.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah. So that's where her kudos comes from.
Right.
I bet she knows everybody that's really somebody
Right,
in
yeah.
Hollywood and all over.
Right. So we begin the season with Miss Kyle getting a little nose job. She tries to say that she fell and her nose got broken, but girl, no.
No, the surgeon broke it for you.
Right, exactly. So I have to say that these Beverly Hills plastic surgeons did not get affected by COVID because all them bitches got some work done.
Yes.
They all look different.
They all look different.
I
mean, Erika looks stunning.
But she does look different. Her
Yeah.
lips look different. Her cheeks look different. And I don't understand it because last season, they looked great. She looked great. I've never seen where she looked like she had work done before. But this season, she looks like her lips are bigger. Something's different with her.
They all looked kind of almost getting ready to look plasticky.
Right. Dorit did some work too. And she's young. I think she's in her early 40s. So
But they say start young so that you don't look,
mm-hmm.
And of course they're trying to keep up with TV.
Right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So after they had their little
on the bed.
Yeah, on the bed. Which I bet you this was the first time they all saw each other in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So you only get together for the show. That's why you can
so.
talk about each other for all the housewives. And you're not really friends. You just come on the show to be friends. I mean, some of them probably mingle with each other outside here and there, but I don't think not really like friends do.
Right. And then Garcelle looked great. She didn't look like she had any work done. And she actually looked like she slimmed down a little bit. Mm-hmm. But I was surprised that her and Sutton are good friends.
Yeah.
So
I would be Sutton's friend too.
I would too. And did you see who she was with? Who? That was Will Smith's first wife.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's his first wife.
It must have missed that.
Yeah, I didn't catch that.
Yeah, that's his first wife.
Sheree.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't catch that.
Mm-hmm. She was on the show a little bit, like 1 or 2 episodes last season too. Yeah, I like her too. She had her own reality TV shows with some other girls.
On that show with R. Kelly's wife, right?
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, they had a reunion during COVID. They had a reunion in December.
They did?
Yeah. That whole cast had a reunion in December. It was pretty good.
For Hollywood Exes?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
You can find it on something. Maybe on demand or Peacock or whatever.
I'm going to look it up and see.
Yeah, it was good. It was actually pretty good. Yeah, it was in December. Mm-hmm. So Lisa Rinna met up with Garcelle.
Which was super smart.
I know I can't add a lot of content to what happened in this show because I didn't know who the people were.
Right.
Hair. That's the only reason I knew what her name was because I would watch what happens live, and every time they talk about her, I just remember her hair.
Right.
Lisa Rinna?
Yeah, she's had that same hairstyle since the 80s.
And her lips have looked the same since the 80s too, right?
Yeah.
Like for real.
Right.
But no, I thought she was super smart, right? Mm-hmm. Right away, when you sit down, you know you've done wrong and you have somebody looking at you. Own it. Own what you've done so that they can't throw it back at you.
And that's what she always says. Own it. She's always telling people to own it. And so she did.
She owned it. She said, I was not being a friend. I was not being a friend to somebody else. What was her name again?
You know her. Oh God. She was in that movie where she kissed a girl in the water. This was like in the 90s. It was shocking because that was like the first time there was like a sexy kiss between two hot girls on in a movie.
I cannot remember her name.
Oh, my
Oh,
God.
I don't know why I want to say
She
it's
was married to Winning, the guy who always said Winning. He was on come on. Come on. Ouch.
I draw a
No,
blank over here.
She was
he was
married
married to the
Winning
guy
guy
that had a sex addiction, didn't he?
who
Drugs.
ended up getting AIDS from prostitutes, and he was on that really popular show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Brooke somebody? No.
What?
Every time I Brooke. Wait, what's her
No,
name?
it's not Brooke.
I know the guy. The guy is he was on
A comedy show.
Yeah.
the show where he had a brother, his
Right,
brother
and a son,
Yeah.
and this, yeah.
Charlie
Yeah.
Sheen.
Charlie Sheen.
Charlie
She was
Sheen.
married to Denise Richards. There it
Denise
is.
Richards.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, Denise
Yeah.
Richards. Yeah.
Okay.
So she was on the show last year, and I liked her a lot. And I was sad when she decided last year that she wasn't going to come back on. But they tore into her really bad. They were mean to her the whole season last year. I felt really bad for her because so I could understand why she didn't come back.
Were they mean to her? You
They
see?
were. Oh yeah.
Really? Because
let
I
me.
don't feel like they were mean to her. I feel like they were just being themselves, just like they do everybody else. But she just couldn't take it. And the
They
word,
wouldn't
that's not
let
what
up.
bothered her. What bothered her was because she was being like, if you're going to be on the show, then don't bring your kids around. If you don't want them to be,
Mhm.
anybody that comes on these reality TV shows has to know this is how it is, baby doll. Don't bring your kids around there if you do not want them to hear foul language, sex talks, and so forth. Don't have a child's party and have your kids. No,
But
your
I
kids
mean,
need to stay away.
can we not talk like that in front of the kids? Like,
She got mad because people were talking about sex in front
I
of
know,
the
but
kids.
couldn't those ladies not done that in front of the kids?
Could you not have your kids not there? This is adult. This is adults.
I
You're
guess it
drinking
was a kids'
alcohol.
party though.
You're drinking alcohol and so forth. Come on now. Man, this just made me want to have a hamburger.
What? Oh, that's
Remember.
fun. So,
But
so she owned it, and Garcelle's not there with forgiving her, which is
which was
understandable.
smart.
Yes.
First
Mhm.
time somebody wasn't like, oh, fake friends.
Yeah. Right.
I was like,
Right.
I'll be watching you.
Right. Right. So
That was smart.
that was smart.
But
And
Lisa
then,
took it as usual that everything's hunky dory great.
right.
That's
Right.
how they usually do stuff.
That's right. That's usually how they are. They do their fake sorries and fake I forgive yous.
You know what I was surprised at?
Mm-hmm.
Who showed up at Garcelle's house?
Oh, Dorit?
Dorit. I was surprised.
Yeah, I know.
I was
Dorit,
surprised.
I like Dorit. And she was friendly with Garcelle last year, but not as much as she's doing right now. And
Uh-huh.
she lives in this huge palatial mansion. And she's like, "Oh, Dorit, Garcelle, I love your house." And Garcelle was proud of her house. She was showing it off,
Her
And
glam
she was,
room.
yeah, she's like, which she should because that's her own money, not her husband's. So,
Mhm.
yeah, so that was good.
I forget who was Garcelle's husband? I forget.
I don't really know,
He was a
like,
white man.
but I don't know what he does. I don't know if
I
he's
can't
like
remember who her husband
super
was.
famous or in the industry
He's in the industry. He's in the
okay.
industry big time.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I can't
I
remember
think they
what
probably
his
had a
name.
prenup then.
Well, he was a producer.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what they had and so forth. But
Mm-hmm.
but he did cheat on her, Christian.
Yeah, that's why they divorced.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
But so her house, it was cute. It was
It was
cute.
really cute.
It was
Yeah.
cute.
Yeah.
And it's great for a single woman
Mm-hmm.
who
With two
need
kids.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it was cute, but the goldfish part was really good. It was cute.
Yeah.
That's
Kyle.
Dorit and that's Kyle, the plain goldfish. I thought that was funny.
It was hilarious.
I thought that was funny. I
Yeah.
like it for
And
you.
so last season, Dorit had seemed like money issues with lawsuits against her husband, him owing money. But then this season, she has, what was that, a Lamborghini?
Yeah, I think
it's
those
probably
things are just
rented.
for rent.
Yeah, I think it's rented
I think
too.
those are just rental. They have to look like they have 50 million cars. I
Right.
think those are all rentals.
Because a couple of seasons before, he got her this pink champagne Bentley. And so, you're gonna have a Bentley and then a Lambo. I mean, yeah.
I mean, they
Oh,
probably,
there's a McLaren, which is
yeah,
even more expensive. It's like
right,
250.
right. I think that what happens is that, like, these are rich Beverly housewives, but in reality, they're not really rich.
I think they are rich. Kyla's
Not,
definitely rich. She's rich now.
yeah,
But I
but
think
not like rich, rich. To
mm-hmm.
me, not Bill Gates rich.
No, no.
Not rich, rich. They're rich. So
Mm-hmm.
you have like, I think that you have like Housewives of Atlanta,
Mm-hmm.
we have Married to Medicine.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have the Housewives of Atlanta people. Then I don't know, where does the New York people fit
I
in?
think they might be below. Like one of them, I think we looked at it. One of them was at the top
In
of
Beverly
the.
Hills.
No, it was. I think New York was near the top. I think
Okay.
Beverly Hills was also. I think it's New York and Beverly Hills. I think it's like Dallas, right? No, no, no. It's married to Medicine, Potomac, Atlanta.
You think Potomac is higher than the Married to Medicine people?
Oh, you know what? You're right. So it's Potomac, Married to Medicine, Atlanta. Even though Candy kind of brings them up, but the rest of
Yeah,
them bring them down. So
right.
Atlanta, then New York and Beverly Hills are like this, I think. I
What
think
about New Jersey? Housewives
oh,
of New
Dallas.
Jersey.
Dallas is after oh, New Jersey. So Atlanta, New Jersey, and Dallas, right?
Uh-huh.
twins?
What about
So
Orange County?
Orange County, then Beverly Hills and New York.
Okay.
There used to be this
Well,
really
Housewives of Utah. What about the Utah, Salt Lake City?
Salt Lake City. I think they're probably like Dallas,
Okay, I think they're like Dallas too.
Dallas, or
Yeah.
maybe even Atlanta, to be honest.
Yeah, to be honest, I think Atlanta or Dallas, either one of
Dallas. You know,
those.
actually, I think they're below Atlanta because they don't have a Candy, except for the lady who's might be going to jail. So I think her and Candy are probably what brings them
Up a little bit.
up a little bit. But I think they're below Atlanta, Utah.
Okay.
I mean, who knows though? But that's just what we're guessing.
Hmm.
So we move on to Erika before the whole new revelation of what's going on. And we see her, you know, amazing closet and her glam squad.
Like,
Yeah,
her closet is amazing, and she
amazing.
still has clothing. Like, she's probably like not, I mean, like, her
Yeah.
shoes, her jewelry,
And it's all
everything.
unique stuff.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
you really and then her glam squad. If I had a glam squad like that, I would be like, I would first of all, if I was super rich like that, chef, first of all, you're gonna
Mm-hmm.
be cooking my food and you're gonna be researching what I need to eat to make sure that I burn calories when I'm eating. Okay, that's first of all what you're gonna do. And then you're gonna sprinkle some weight loss diet pills somewhere on my food so that as I'm eating it, I don't get hungry.
Right.
Then next, I'm gonna have a fitness guy who will be there every day to work out. And you know, you're gonna have to motivate me
Mm-hmm.
to want to work out with you at least 5 days a week, twice a day, because I gotta be skintay enough to fit all those fabulous
Gorgeous
clothes.
clothes.
Yes.
Yes.
And then my
And
hair and glam squad, no. Most people
it'd
don't
be
need to know how
clothing
to.
for me and then hair and glam squad. It'd be clothing first, even before the food.
Mine would be hair first, and makeup would be like
Yeah, it's like
makeup first. I mean, hair first, then clothing. I'd have to have like two hairstylists. The reason why is because not everybody knows how to put a wig on or different hair extensions, you know, gonna have variety. And
and
then
then who knows how to curl it and color it. So you need two separate ones.
right.
Mm-hmm.
And you better be coming on with the good brands too.
Mm-hmm.
And clothing, yeah. And then makeup, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And shoes and jewelry,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
yep. And then I would have friends. I would invite you guys over.
Mm-hmm.
So they'd be like, hey girls, come on, let's glam. You
It's
guys like, oh
glam.
yes, you guys would come over. And I'd be like, your chairs are over there. And then you guys would just watch me get glammed up. You see, like that'd be the last time I'd be at
That'd be
your
the
house.
last I would throw you off that chair and sit in it.
But You like how everybody has their names on the back of their chairs?
Yeah.
All the shows have them.
Right. All the shows have.
Yeah. But yeah, just to have a glam squad that goes with you everywhere you go, no matter what
Crazy.
city, they travel with you and bring the clothing with you.
Yes.
Amazing.
I mean, the cost of lugging the clothing alone is probably more than their plane ticket.
Well, they're not, girl, if they're
They're
flying
flying
private,
first class. Yeah, private and first class, right?
Right.
But did I tell you that I was on the plane with? I think I told you with
Kyle,
Erika. Yeah,
with
well, no,
Erica.
with Erika.
I know
Dan
you
was
was on the phone with on the plane with Erica, didn't even say hi to her.
no, I was scared. I did say hi to her. So she's tiny, like she's thin, even though because she looks bigger on TV than she actually is. And I saw her.
She looks like
getting
Amazon compared to the other women.
Yeah, yeah. I saw her getting on the plane first, and she had this big, thick ponytail. I was like, oh my God, is that? And I loved her back then. I was like, oh my God, is that Erika? And then she turned around. I was like, oh my God, that's Erika. With her glam squad, the guy with the huge lips, and another girl that's not on it anymore. But she had them with her, and she was not wearing a huge blinky ring. So maybe this was like maybe 4 years ago. So maybe she doesn't fly with her huge ring. So I walked past her, and then I was flying to California to meet up with Dan and the boys, and then LA. And so then we got off the plane, and then Dan and the boys came and got me, and Desmond. I was like, Desmond, that's Erika Jane from Real House of Beverly Hills. And he was like, oh wow, that's cool, Mom. And I was like, should I go and say hi to her? He was like, yeah, go and say hi. And I was like, okay, I was looking cute. I was looking cute, and I went over to her. I was so nervous, and she was with her squad. I'm sure they're not used to black girls coming up to them, you know. So I was like, hi, I just wanted to say hello. I love you on the show. I think you're great. And then she was like, oh, thank you. You look really cute. And I was stunned. I was like, I didn't know what to say after that. I didn't. And her face, she had no makeup on, and she looked really pretty. And I should have said that, but I didn't know what to say. I was just so surprised she commented on me. And so I was like, oh, okay, thank you. And then, and then I walked back, and I told Desmond, I was like, I should have said something. He was like, well, you can go back. I was like, nah, that'd be too weird. They'd be like, what's wrong with this girl? But it was cool. And then Dan 2 years ago was on the plane with Kyle Richards and all her girls. They were all on the plane together. I don't know where he was going.
It would have been weird for him to say hi.
He didn't say anything. He took like secret pictures. And he said Kyle had so much makeup on. He said it was ridiculous. So,
yeah, most people
when he said that she is petite.
They're all probably petite. If I would have seen her, Erika James, I'd be like, oh my God, Erika, hi, you're so gorgeous. You're just as gorgeous on TV as you are in real life. She'd be like, thanks. And she'd be like, God, you're stunning. I was like, and then I said, well, I do have my business card. Here you go. Type for design. So you know what? Give us a call. Matter of fact, let me look at my bag and give you some stuff for free. Yeah, and her black card would have been like, no, blah.
Right. Yeah. So that was really interesting.
You
right, so
always
back to
meet
the show.
people.
Say what?
You always see people.
Especially Dan. Like
Yeah, as much as I travel, I never get to see anybody.
Well, we're traveling out of New York City. So there's always, we've seen Chuck D, Dan saw Jimmy Fallon. I mean, he saw 50 Cent. I mean, like a bunch of people.
I forgot to tell you, remember that time I met, what's live? Andy Cohen.
Oh no, you didn't tell me.
Yeah, remember I told you what's that Andy Cohen in Wyoming. It wasn't in Wyoming. It was in Salt Lake City, getting ready to fly to Wyoming. He wasn't flying to Wyoming. He wasn't flying to Rock Springs, Wyoming. But
what year was that?
This was when I was in Wyoming. So probably like 5 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and he had his dog.
He was scoping out Salt Lake, but no, it's too early.
Yeah, he had his dog, and he was sitting there, and I just kept looking at him, and he just looked at me and looked away, and I'd look at him. look away and I look at him. I was like, if I didn't look so gross, I would go there and say something, but I just kept looking because nobody knew who he was.
Oh, okay.
I knew who he was. Yeah. And he got up when I guess his plane was going, he got up, he goes, see you later. I was like, bye, Andy. And he just looked at me and smiled. But yeah, I was like, I'm not gonna go talk to you. If I would have did my hair or did something else, but you know how I was looking back then in Wyoming.
Yes. So okay, so let's get back on track. So
Right.
we saw Erika so she still had a glam squad. She was still acting like everything was fine. And let's
Do you think she knew?
I think so. Because she talked about how depressed she was. But she said she was depressed because everything was ending. But then she was like she was carrying a lot of weight. So I think probably by then she knew something was going on.
I liked how that's what I thought about Erika keeping it real. She keeps it so real.
She does.
She was
Doing
talking
at
about
dinner?
depression and
Yeah.
having to be going through a psychologist and having to be put on medication. And none of the other ladies were talking about it. But she brought it to the table that, you know what, we're all used to be busy, having all these shows to do, all this stuff to do, all this
Events,
attention on us.
appearances.
All this attention on us because they thrive on that attention.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Whereas you and I would be like, oh my God, not again. Are these
Right,
people looking at me? You know, they thrive on that attention. And she said, once that attention was gone, she had nothing to occupy her time.
Yeah.
She probably didn't realize how old her husband was.
And how he's never around.
Yeah.
You know.
So, you know, the depression probably hit her hard. And even though she had her glam squad and so forth, are those really your friends?
Right.
Would they stay there if you weren't paying them?
No, right. They were
No?
maybe the guy. Who
Yeah.
knows?
Yeah.
But I thought Lisa's question, you know, at the dinner was really good. What did you think about Lisa's outfit? It's
It was not
Versace.
cute.
Yeah.
It's not
You know
cute.
who had that? The Salt Lake City had that same suit. The girl who's going to jail. Yeah. So that was Versace. I thought that Garcelle looked great. I liked what Erika was wearing. Kyle looked a hot mess. It was whack.
Yeah, sure was.
Dorit looked fine. She had that super long ponytail. And her sister Kathy is there, and her face could barely move.
Remember, she thought that
I know Garcelle was
her sister. I was like,
they're like, you really can't see, can you? She's like,
first of all, they're two different sizes. I was like, well, she had the mask on. I was like,
that was hilarious.
I don't make contacts in.
Her own sister.
Yeah, her own sister, Kyle, white girl. I was like, all right, you have vision problems.
Right. So I thought that Lisa's question was good. Like, you know, I can't remember what it was, but had to do with COVID and what did you miss the most? What did you learn? And like you said, everybody else's, you know, answer was kind of like superficial. But Erika's was the realist, and they really didn't have anything to say after that, right?
Yeah, because Erika kept it. Yeah. But you know what? If I'm coming to somebody's house and we're supposed to be there for a barbecue, and that's what you serve me, things that are like finger foods, that's not even barbecue, they're not even ribs.
Right.
Hot dogs in a bun. Hot dogs in a
pig's in a blanket. I was shocked to see Lisa Rinna eating. I really was.
I was like, I would I would knock that plate and say, bring me some freaking barbecue. That's what we're supposed to be having. You said, come to my house for a barbecue. Take that crap.
It wasn't even close to barbecue.
And all you had was like 3 on a plate. Yeah. So everybody's reaching and grabbing. And you was like, dang. It wasn't like it was a whole bunch of food. I was like, no, I'm not coming back to your house again. And Erika said it. She said, you know, they don't know how to throw a barbecue. No. I would not go to I would have to eat before I got there. Kristen, remember when you went to that bridal shower and you wanted to eat before you got there?
What bridal shower?
You're going to your friend's bridal shower.
Oh, yes. I was hungry.
Chris was like, I should eat before I get there. I would have ate. Yeah.
Yeah. But I thought this episode was good.
Yeah, it was a good opening. It was a good
Mhm.
opening. It was a good get to know the ladies again and so forth.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it really was. This season is going to be full. Now we get to see who's real friends and who's not a real friend.
Right.
Erika will learn.
Erika will learn.
You will learn, Erika, today,
Mhm,
this season. You will learn because it's like vultures out there.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Just wanting
Erika
information, not really caring how you're doing. Just want to get
laughing behind your back.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to look it up to see what her husband's doing now.
Yeah.
And did he ever go to jail?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think it's still like under investigation. Yeah, we'll have to report when we come back next week what's going on.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Got to have all that money. I would start the minute I even smelt something was going liquidating.
Well, what they did, I think I told you guys that they said that they got robbed and
Yeah.
all their stuff was taken. So,
Oh.
but the people are thinking that they robbed themselves. So
Mhm.
they, yeah,
Yeah, I would rob myself too.
yeah,
Screw it. Well, I mean, if what I'm hearing is correct and he ended up taking money from people,
yeah.
that's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, all right, ladies. We have another, I'm sure, interesting episode coming up next week.
Yes, we certainly do.
Mhm.
You guys see the sparkles on my shoulder?
Yeah, it's cute.
Yeah.
Matches your earrings, it looks like.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Too bad I didn't show it off more.
Mhm. Well, Dior, you want to take it away?
Thank you guys for joining us today. Before you leave, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe below.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.